Ford's CEO voices frustration over abrupt policy changes that disrupt global trade and threaten production efficiency. These tariffs present potential economic repercussions. The automotive supply chain, which has been meticulously optimized over decades, faces chaos, leading to soaring production costs. This upheaval impacts dealerships and ultimately escalates consumer prices. In response, Ford executives urgently strategize to mitigate damage from the new tariffs. Their initiatives include renegotiating contracts and amplifying lobbying efforts for policy changes. Suppliers find themselves in a tough position, having to choose between absorbing tariffs or passing those costs on to Ford, which might adversely affect consumer pricing. This scenario underscores the interconnectedness of supply chains and pricing strategies. History teaches us that trade wars can precipitate industry collapses and economic downturns. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act serves as a stark reminder of how such measures worsened the Great Depression. In light of these challenges, competitors like General Motors and Stellantis are recalibrating their strategies to lessen tariff impacts, focusing on diversifying supply chains and enhancing domestic production. Their strategic responses could define their competitive advantage in this volatile market. Amidst these developments, Canada has implemented steep retaliatory tariffs on American-made vehicles, directly impacting manufacturers that rely on Canadian supply chains. This retaliation further drives up costs within the automotive industry. Similarly, Mexico is increasing tariffs on critical vehicle components, elevating production costs for assembled vehicles. This action tightens the already constrained automotive market in the U.S. On another front, China is utilizing the trade war to expand its exports, seeking to supplant American brands in emerging markets. This strategic maneuver raises concerns for U.S. automakers regarding their market position. The imposition of tariffs is framed as a safeguard against unfair trade practices. However, experts caution about potential job losses and recession within the industry, revealing the tension between political ambitions and economic truths. Foreign automakers like Toyota and Hyundai capitalize on this environment by bolstering their market presence through strategic investments and expanding their electric vehicle offerings. This shift indicates a transforming landscape in the automotive sector. Electric vehicle manufacturers such as Tesla and Rivian could find opportunities in the midst of this turmoil, as they rely less on foreign components. This positions them to attract consumers facing rising costs for conventional vehicles. Consequently, Ford and General Motors are exploring localized production to reduce dependency on global suppliers and enhance supply chain resilience. This strategy aims to sustain efficiency while minimizing risks. Rising costs of essential materials like steel and aluminum are creating economic pressures that extend beyond the automotive sector. Industries such as construction and aviation also feel the impact of these price surges. Tariffs on vehicle imports have imposed significant stress on the U.S. automotive industry, compelling manufacturers to innovate or face decline. This scenario has the potential to reshape the entire industry landscape. Simultaneously, Asian and European automakers are poised to capture greater market share in the U.S. as domestic manufacturers grapple with rising costs and stringent trade restrictions. The consequences of these shifts are clear, as mass layoffs and hiring freezes disrupt American workers across factories and dealerships, creating substantial turmoil in the auto manufacturing sector. While the intention behind imposing tariffs is to protect domestic jobs, the reality may inadvertently harm American manufacturers by inflating production costs and destabilizing existing trade agreements.